Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this edition of Seeing Beyond and Through with Monty. Well, over the past couple of days, I'm sure you heard the unfortunate story of a black woman from Texas who was unfortunately hit in the face with a brick by a man who she claims it was because she did not give him her phone number. And the media was very happy to pick up on this, as they are very happy to pick up on the pathologies of black people. But I'm a very good bullshit detector. And when I heard the story, I wanted to investigate it farther because we just came off the incident with a one Carly Russell. And we all know that people are capable of fabricating the truth, stretching the truth, and pretty much just outright lying. So I wanted to investigate this particular incident to see if I can get as much of a backstory as I possibly can, and to make sure that all angles are covered, because there's something about it just rubbed me the wrong way. I didn't feel like the young lady, Robuchet, is the name of the female who got hit with the brick. Something about her story I felt was just a little off. Now, before I go on any farther, I want you to listen to her.
Just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watch, and they don't give a f***. Yeah, this man hit me, grabbed a rock, and he hit me in my face because I would have given him my number. And all y'all just watch. What do you want? See it? What do you want? What do y'all do? I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man. Do something. Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face? What have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this? I never did anything in my life to hurt anybody. Literally, a man asked me for my number. I said no, and he picked up a brick in front of so many men and was like, "What are you gonna do?" And I told all these men, like, "Yo, why is this man got a brick on my face?" And he's holding a brick, and all these watching, and nobody does nothing. And he hits me in my face, and then they're all just watching, and they let that get in the corner. How is this okay? This is what y'all doing to women? Like, don't understand. Like, I'm just trying to take my friend out from 5 years ago. Like, literally spending my whole money, not bothering nobody. Like, what the kind of is this? I'm in the parking lot just trying to buy some food. And, like, I'm literally like, why is this busting up on me like this? And I'm looking at all these. They literally let this do all of this. They let like really like do all of that. I never thought it was gonna happen, yo. Like, it's so wild. And he's gonna get away with it. He got in the car. He got away. He's never gonna get caught. He's gonna move on. He's probably at an after party right now having a good time. Do you feel good about yourself doing this to a woman? For what? Like, all this violence against black women is not okay. Like, what do I do to deserve this? Like, what is my defense against this? But still, it's been 12 hours. I'm in the hospital. I'm getting discharged. I do have a concussion, so I gotta take it slow for a week. Unfortunately, I don't have the kind of job that's gonna give me that kind of grace. So, I still got a mother. I still gotta teach. I still gotta work. I really just want the best for everybody, and I don't know why people want to kill me. I can't even chew food the next week. I had a vacation that I booked 6 months ago for my birthday. I'm so afraid, like, why do people want to hurt me so bad? I really love of my community, and just to know that like people hate me to this level, to this kind of level of violence.
Okay, so you heard her story about how this unfortunate incident folded and how she's now being treated at the hospital. But I wanted to bring you a different side to this, and I'm trying to cover as many angles as possible to get down to the actual truth as to what really happened. Now, I want you to take a listen to this here because he's claiming that he has footage of a man, a witness, one of the men who she pointed out who did nothing, who was actually there. Now, you will hear from the man who was there explaining his side of the story.
One of the guys who was there when the girl got hit by the brick for not giving her number up. I think he's a Somalia guy who's, from the same neighborhood or whatever, because he said everybody in that community knows that says that she's a troublemaker, and he even said if it happened again, he would not do nothing again. So check it out. Tell me what y'all think.
I was one of the guys who was there that did not help her when she was getting hit with the brick, right? I feel like people need to know the whole story before they start commenting and say things they don't understand or they don't know. You guys don't even remember who you guys are trying to defend, who you guys are trying to speak up for. This is the same woman that was going around smacking white people in the streets. She's not innocent. She was actually taunting the guy to hit her. Why would I go defend somebody that's actually looking for trouble? This woman, she is literally a troublemaker. Everybody that knows her in our community knows she's a troublemaker. I'm not going to risk my life over somebody that's actually out there looking for trouble. If you go on social media, online, you're going to see some of her antic videos, taunting people, looking for a reaction. Well, she got what she been looking for, and you guys are giving her the attention that she was actually seeking for. I don't regret not standing up for her. If you look at some of the videos, I was there. I don't regret nothing whatsoever. I don't regret standing up for her. I'm not saying she deserved it. I'm not saying that any man have a right to hit a woman, especially with a brick. Nobody deserves that. By the end of the day, there's more to the story. She's not as innocent as she's trying to portray herself to be. She wants attention. She's an attention-seeker woman. She's trying to go viral, and you got...
Okay, so you heard him. He says that she's capable, or she has done a lot of antics like that online, where she's hit white people, where she's an attention seeker. She's trying to go viral. She's trying to be social media famous. So before I go on, I want you to take an interesting look at what I dug up about her.
Happy Pride. I hope every Black woman is kissing another Black woman because we are the innate protectors and the providers. We protect societies, we protect communities with our intellectual property, with our lived experiences, with our breast milk, with our bodies. We're the ones and the two. Bitch, not even the three. Because men are not providers and protectors, not innately, because they only protect what they possess. But we protect everybody, and we provide, baby, okay? So I hope you catch a girl tonight, because I hope I do. Ew. And don't forget, before there was feminism, it was lesbians who were living those lives without worried about niggas. Like, they were not worried about niggas. They were decensoring men. So before there was feminism, there were lesbians. Hey, excuse me, thank you.
Okay, so you've seen that. Now I'm going to give you my commentary because this is a lot to unpack here. And I want you to stay with me. It's going to be a little harsh. Some of the women may get angry about this. I'm not meaning to make Black women particularly angry at all. But I do want to give you my honest assessment and opinion about this. So Robichaud apparently is a lesbian. And she definitely said that men protect what they, well, she said they only protect what they possess. So if you know that men only protect what they possess, why would you expect protection from these men? And you stated that women are very independent. Okay, you're independent. Why would you need a man to protect you if you're so independent? So you have to be very careful with the words that you put out there, because they can come back to haunt you, and they can come back to contradict you. So there's another video of her striking a white guy. Now, when I looked into that, some people said it was performing. Some people said that it was a stunt, a skit. I don't really know. Others said it was not. Other people have claimed that there are other videos of her striking elderly white people. I wouldn't put that past her. And I'm not trying to vilify her. I'm just simply saying that from what I've seen with her striking the white guy and then twerking, I wouldn't put her past her striking the elderly people that they claim that, which they have seen online. But I will say this much about her. In the video of her being hit, she seems to be performing to me. She seems to be a little bit over the top, over exaggerating certain things. And it wouldn't surprise me if she was a little tipsy. It just comes across as being that particular way. Now, the guy said that she was provoking the guy. And let me just tell you something about that, about provoking. You never provoke. You know, people, I'm a security specialist. When it comes to bodyguard, I've done that before. I've done different security stints at loading docks, hospitals, private security, whatever. And one thing I tell people is that never provoke anyone. Because while I can be provoked, I'm used to being provoked. I'm used to being called names. I'm used to being called rent-a-cop. I'm used to being called all types of names. I'm used to it. But guess what? Other people are not going to behave the way in which I behave. There are certain people out there who will have a short fuse. You have to be extremely careful with that. Now, I do believe that there's more to the story than what she is saying. Let me make this clear. I do believe that she was hit with a brick. However, I do not believe that it was because she did not give out her phone number. I believe that she was provoking him. I do believe that she wanted a reaction. I do not believe that she wanted to be hit with a brick. But I do believe that she wanted a reaction, and she got a little bit more than what she bargained for. In terms of the guys protecting her, you know, it only takes a split second for you to pick up a brick and throw it at someone. And here's the thing, protecting her. She could have walked away. She could have avoided it. If my instincts are right, and she did provoke him, she brought that upon herself. You need to be very careful with buttons that you push with people. I'm a man. I'm stronger than what she is. Physically speaking, I'm more capable of defending myself than what she is. And guess what? Being a security specialist in that field, having had that experience, I wouldn't provoke anyone. A good walk away is better than a bad stance. I would not sit there and provoke people and dare them to hit me or dare them to do something. If we're talking about someone attacking me, that's completely different. If she wasn't being attacked and she knows she's a female, these are men, or this was a man, she has no weapons, why not just walk away? I truly believe that she did provoke him. I do not believe it was because she did not give out a phone number. She comes across to me as being very histrionic, very performative. She comes across as like, this is kind of like what she wanted, but not to this degree. I do not believe that she wanted to be hit by a brick. A reaction from him? Yes. So she can document it online, social media? Yes. And she's making claims now in the hospital that she can't work, she can't chew, she was going to take time off. Well, be prepared, because here comes the GoFundMe, here comes the Cash App, which I would not be given to. I just think that this was completely avoidable on her part. Now, I do not believe that because you are being provoked, which I've been provoked many a times, no one has the right to hit you or throw anything at you. But everyone is not like me. They don't have thick skin. Some people are out there, are not dealing with a full deck of cards. And that is the world that we live in. You have to be extremely careful with what you say to people. And if you can walk away safely, do that. Do not put yourself in a position to be harmed, to have a brick thrown at you. Sometimes I think that people go too far in wanting to be social media famous and trying to go viral. We have to check that. And we have to ask ourselves, is that worth it? Now, I want to say this much too as far as protection goes. People, we've heard for over 2 decades now about the mistreatment of black women in Asian beauty shops. This has been going on for decades now. And I'm in agreement with some black men who say that black women who go to these Asian beauty shops do not deserve protection. You know what's going on there. Why continue to go there when you know that you are high probability of being abused, of being beaten, profiled, racial discrimination? You're not really liked in that community. Why would you continue to go there? Are we obligated to protect black women? Are black men obligated to protect black women who put themselves in harm's way? So this black female right here is being choked by an Asian man. And we know this has been going on for decades. So the question with Robichaud, who was hit by a brick, are black men obligated to protect a female who most likely taunted a male, who most likely called him out, who dared him to do something to her? Is that our job and responsibility to put ourselves in the middle of that foolishness, of that recklessness, of something so dangerous, of something that's completely avoidable? I truly believe that with Robichaud, who was hit by a brick, that this was completely 100% avoidable. It is apparent to me from what I have researched from her that she has a mouth. Once again, though, I'm not saying she deserves to be hit, but I do believe that having a big mouth many times can get you into trouble. Trying to get social media famous, trying to go viral, can get you into trouble. So this whole incident, to me, was completely avoidable. It was unnecessary. And it's really a shame that she has to put this out there in the climate that we live in. And that climate that I'm speaking of right now is that we can clearly see that there's some type of tension, animosity, a little mini war going on between black men and black women. And this incident right here doesn't help at all. It's almost like by her being a lesbian, and she comes across to me as someone who is not very fond of black men. She seems like she kind of wanted this negative angle or this negative slant to go towards black men. So you could just tell by the way that she was talking. Black men out there, they stood around, they did nothing, blah, 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 blah. Like the one guy said, and I do agree with, if you're taunting someone, you're causing trouble, you're daring him, what are we supposed to do then? If you can walk away safely and freely, why not do that? You're going to sit right there and dare someone who's stronger than you, bigger than you. Who knows what weapon he could have had? Those black men could have, been very leery, like I would have been. He could have had a gun. She's lucky, by the way, that he did not have one, that he did not have a knife, that it was only a brick. But a brick can do a lot of damage too. Could have caused permanent seizures. Could have caused permanent headaches. So I just think above and all that this Robichaud put herself in a very bad situation. It's really a shame that she's going viral for something that I feel that she could have prevented. That she's going viral for something that she was partially at fault for. No, she did not deserve that because she's taunting someone. Again, everyone does not have thick skin. In this day and age, you cannot be doing that. Testing people, not a good idea. Very foolish, reckless, and very dangerous. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that was another edition of Seeing Beyond and Through with Monty. And I will see you all beyond and through.